Welcome to Major League Baseball on ESPN, telecast presented by Hankook Tire. Beautiful night in the Chavez Ravine as tonight's game is part of ESPN's Geico Hunt for October. This was a series that has been circled for a long time in the books, going all the way back to April as the Dodgers match up against the Padres. You got to get the Dodger dog, but what's better? Well, maybe a little Mookie Betts in your lineup. Of course, he's back in the leadoff spot. And how about the 14-game hit streak that Trey Turner is on right now, as they are looking to go ahead and take advantage of what they can these final 5 games down the stretch. We'll take a look at the standings for you here at the NL West. And again, the Giants have not let anybody into their pack yet. They have held on to that top spot through a very tough schedule this year. And again, the Dodgers just 2 games back. You still got a little bit that can change up here. And of course, the Padres finding out just a couple days ago that they were mathematically eliminated. And welcome in, everybody. Melanie Newman joined alongside Jessica Mendoza. And Jess, again, this was a series that you couldn't take your eyes off at the beginning of the year. And things have changed in terms of storylines for these two teams as we come into this final series between the two. But it's still something that you've got to tune in and see.
Oh, absolutely. Because get what the Padres get to do. They have a chance to play spoiler against the two teams at the top of the NL West. Obviously, this series with the Dodgers, and they will finish up against the Giants. You're right. The beginning of the year, you felt like it was going to be the Padres and the Dodgers, but now the Padres have a chance to mess up the season, not only for the Dodgers, but also the Giants.
Well, and when the Dodgers realized that they were going to have to catch somebody else, they went out with a heavyweight knockout at the trade deadline, picking up Max Scherzer and Trey Turner just for good effect. Mad Max has been seeing a different kind of red since he came to LA, Jess.
Well, I think the biggest thing for him, he wants to win another championship, and he's got a great chance to do now in Dodger blue. He was ridiculous the first half of the season, a whole nother level now the second half. Just look at the numbers. I mean, when you're in first, from everything to ERA, opposing batting average 10.63, strikeouts to walks, he has been ridiculous. The front runner right now for the Cy Young because of what he's done in the back half of the season.
And we keep hearing as he's running right now that he has got a regiment that nobody will share. People have been asking him for years what it is that he does. We've heard it's pretty extensive on the running side of things. I don't think I'm going to take part in that anytime soon. But, I mean, this is a guy who is showing you amongst several other big-name athletes that just because they start getting past 35 doesn't mean they're not out of their best. On the flip side of things, though, you've got Jake Cronenworth. He's got a little bit more time behind him than Max Scherzer does, but he has been a surprising heartbeat for the Padres despite some of the bigger names that he's been wrapped around.
Yeah, Melanie, there's a lot of big names in this lineup. And when we spoke to Jace Tingler before the game, he said it's been Jake Cronenworth, especially because of the disappointment of this season. I mentioned they got a chance to play spoiler. Jake Cronenworth, the huge home run in the top of the 9th. This cut the lead in half. It felt like it was going to be a momentum that they were going to carry through. And he said that he has been the most consistent, the most positive. And if they do have a chance to spoil the season for the LA Dodgers or the San Francisco Giants, Jake Cronenworth is going to be right in the middle. In fact, starting at shortstop tonight instead of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, you take a look at the San Diego Padres starting lineup this evening. Adam Frazier staying in the top spot. Cronenworth, as you were just mentioning, Manny Machado, Eric Hosmer, Tommy Pham, Trent Grisham, Jurickson Profar out in right field. They've got 2 switch hitters at the bottom end going pretty lefty-heavy this evening against Scherzer. And, of course, Caratini and Weathers will round everything out, trying to take on Max Scherzer. And you just try to picture what it is that he has been able to do this year to go from elite to some other level above elite, Jess. I don't know that we'll ever really be able to fully capture what he's been doing.
I just love watching the mannerisms. I mean, we can get into the stuff, the pitches, everything that he can do, but watch him when he is on the mound, the way that he just stalks around it, the conviction he throws with, and max effort. I mean, every single pitch he is giving 100% on with his entire body. It's an impressive pitcher to watch.
So here we go, game 2. The Dodgers won their 7th straight against the Padres last night. A small 2-1 matchup as Scherzer delivers and he misses outside.